fictional scenario. In a purely imagined and speculative what-if, the monarchy sits on a scenario so explosive could rewrite its future in a single morning, a moment so delicate and unprecedented it would shape Buckingham Palace from the inside out. Beginning with King Charles standing inside Clarence's house at 9:15 a.m., looking at his son and sister and uttering words no reigning monarch has spoken in 400 years. In this hypothetical, only William and the Lord Chamberlain are summoned, and with trembling hands the king says, "I intend to separate, fracturing every tradition and raising the question of what pushed him there." 8 days earlier in this scenario, an unmarked folder labeled domestic action appears on his desk, containing logs, drafts, and encrypted messages implying that someone close to the crown has quietly helped a biographer reshape royal history. Diana portrayed as unstable, William as cold, Catherine minimized, and Camilla bathed in flattering soft focus, sending Charles into disbelief as he turns each page, only to discover hints of 3 undocumented meetings in Mayfair, a private library, and Raymil House with a powerful foreign media executive known for shaping global narratives. In this imagined universe, palace staff sense something is wrong before the king says a word, whispers turning into subtle acts of symbolic defiance, like a door opened to slowly or a seating plan altered, rooted in the belief that a sacred boundary has been crossed. Perhaps after a fictional diplomatic incident in which Catherine is overridden while preparing to speak. Then Princess Anne, in this hypothetical chain of events, receives a discreet message from a former aide suggesting the existence of a private vault at Raymil House containing heirlooms unlocked in palace records, a missing brooch from the queen's funeral, an emerald choker box as a personal keepsake, and she immediately alerts the Royal Protection Command, knowing the emotional devastation such a discovery would bring. At this point in the speculative storyline, the monarchy enters constitutional territory as legal minds draft an unprecedented separation framework involving a ceremonial title stripped of influence, restricted financial access, limited travel, and a strict NDA reportedly insisted on by William to protect the institution from any future rewriting of history. Public reaction in this imagined world becomes volcanic. Social media erupts. Diana's interviews resurface, polls tilt toward William, Parliament contemplates symbolic tributes, and Diana becomes the moral compass through which the world interprets every leak and rumor. Inside the palace, a quieter transformation takes place. Offices shift under William. Camilla's imagined engagements are reassigned to Anne and Catherine. Portraits and documents are rearranged, and contingency planning begins as aides sense an emotionally exhausted king who pauses more often and carries the weight of a dynasty, prompting whispers about whether he might step aside earlier than expected. This fictional sequence closes not with collapse but transition, the monarchy streamlined to legacy, service, and continuity. Camilla living quietly at Raymil House, Charles guiding the institution through one last storm and guarding memory, Catherine returning with renewed purpose, and William stepping into the role the world already imagines for him, because even in a purely hypothetical what-if, one truth echoes through the palace: a monarchy survives not by perfection, but by learning who it cannot afford to be. And if readers want more deep dive royal scenarios, they're invited to subscribe for the next imagined chapter.